Hello my friends and welcome back to our blind let's play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, game number 1 in the Ace Attorney trilogy. My name is FlightlessBird, this is your story-based gaming channel, and I know it's been a pretty topsy-turvy August for me, and I do apologize for that. Between not feeling well, then a storm coming by, and then migraines, and then back pains, I think it's really just a lot of stress at work. And my real life has just been so ridiculously crazy as of late. But anyway, I'm going to try to put that aside. I'm going to try to enjoy some good Ace Attorney with you guys today. I'll also be working on Silent Hill 3 over the weekend, as well as Skies of Arcadia. Those games got kind of put on pause because just how I've been feeling. So thank you for sticking with me. I really appreciate you guys. Like I said, you guys are the greatest community FlightlessBird could ever ask for. So I really do appreciate that. Let's go inside the trailer and figure out what this producer has to say, shall we? Oh, you came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Huh? Well, why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vax was. You were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kiss shows for petty change. Oh. So I'm a blackmailer now. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure it was an accident. But you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh. Well, I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career was sour of its own accord. But... You were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me? What is this all about? You keep saying accident. Accident? How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident? Huh? No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it? On purpose? Oh, that is what I mean. If she's telling the truth, she could be lying through her teeth. I mean, look at that smile. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Exactly! That's just what I was saying. Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? Yeah. Yeah, he probably would. I think if I was in his shoes, I would be really concerned. Because, well, I know the trial system and Ace Attorney. Sorry, I had a hiccup silently, so I had to pause there. I know the trial system Ace Attorney, and it seems really not as friendly to people, the defendants, I mean. But this new trial system only started recently, right? It wasn't 5 years ago. So what was the trial system like 5 years ago then? Huh. And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of hammers, you see. She just jumped on the reporter who bought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. Huh, all the dots. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy, but he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now. What? This is valuable evidence. Boys. Oh boy. Oh, she has ties with the mafia, didn't she? We know that. Oh, this is bad. Oh, the dots. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. This ain't good. All the dots indeed. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? Oh, the dots. I am sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! I say good. Alright, Gumshoe's here! Way to go! It's so good to see you, pal. Who's right there? I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me, now. Oh, the annoying dots. Huh. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then. In court. I'll be looking forward to it. Ooh, I'm so good to see you, my friend. Hey, are you okay there, pal? Sorry, I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. No, you did excellent. Detective Gumshoe. Thank you. I was really scared. Yeah? Don't mention it, pal. I was just doing my job. Yeah, all the dits. Detective Gumshoe? Well, sorry, it's just, I've wanted to sit the line ever since I became a detective. Yeah. Well, okay, I got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez? Or is that more of an exclamation mark, not a question mark? D. Vasquez. To be continued. Of course, we're gonna jump right in. Only about 8 minutes in. Yeah, let's definitely save our progress. I like to save games. Just go watch my Silent Hill playthroughs. I probably save way too much, but you know, it's all good. October 20th, 10 o'clock a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Court is now in session with the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Well, today will be the final day of this trial. Yes, it will. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement. So what I don't get is... We have definitive proof that Will Powers didn't do it. So even though we have proof that he didn't do it, if we can't prove who did it, does he still get charged with a crime just to charge someone with a crime? You know, like, why is this still the third day of the trial? Why isn't this like a brand new trial now since we know the person didn't? Sort of like the first episode, you know, where we find out that the person didn't do it, you know? In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was, in fact, Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Oh, so is he gonna try to say that it didn't happen in Studio 2, therefore it has to be Will Powers? Maybe that's it. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. Edgeworth on edge? Ha ha ha. Alright, I'll stop with those. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Well, obviously she's gonna be lying, right? Will the witness state her name and occupation? Dots. D. Vasquez. I'm a producer for Global Studios. Well, on the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2? As everyone here knows, yes. Huh? I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Every single person's trial has annoyed Edgeworth. It is so great. I love this trial. Very well, Mr. Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder, Miss Vasquez. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Well, maybe, right? If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down. So to speak. Alright, let's do this. Day of the murder. I entered the trailer a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp, and it ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. And we found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. And that's all. Well, I have a question about one part of your testimony. Yes, I do. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? Yeah, that was a really weird warning. The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, but with all that monkey's head toppling over. Van added to the court record. Manelli used his van to drive Vasquez to Studio 1 after the meeting in the trailer. Could that have been a mistake? Like adding that unnecessary piece of information? Alright, I see. Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. I'm still not sure it's a final battle, but let's go with this. I entered the trailer a little before noon. Press. Why can't I press the button? That one. By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop in at the employee area? No. Huh. Are you always this terse? Oh dear. It's hard to catch someone in line when they don't talk, you know? The meeting began at 12 sharp and ended at 4. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Oh, the dots. Because didn't we have on record Sal leaving? Come on, let's talk a bit more about that. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please, stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. It's all good. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. And what exactly was that? I've forgotten. Uh-huh. Oh, the dots back right at you, buddy. Maybe you could, try, I don't know, remembering? No. The meeting ended at 4 o'clock, and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5 o'clock. I would think it was probably between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. And I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean? That means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van. Oh, yeah, right. And at 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. And what were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. That's so good. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops. Holy dots. It was a 15-minute break. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. Well, Nick, find anything? I kind of wish she said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said, somewhere. Okay, so... what evidence do I have of I don't see any direct evidence besides the van. Like this talks about the employee area. It doesn't connect. These are the sleeping pills. Once again, the employee area. This is the accident, which is 5 years ago. This is a picture, which doesn't matter. The handbook doesn't matter. The monkey's head talks about 2:15 to 4 o'clock. And she said she left at 4 o'clock. Or at least I think she said. Because from 4 to 5 there was a rehearsal or something. So it can't be the monkey head. I'll have to double check that time. This was at 2. That's time of death. Huh. So maybe begin at 12 and at 4. And once again, the yeah, this is 4 o'clock. So that can't be it. Went to Studio 1. Sal took her in a van. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break. They ate T-bone steaks. I don't know what the contradiction is. Well, let me reread this again, because I'm kind of stuck. She entered the trailer a little before noon. And the meeting began at 12. And ended at 4. So for 4 hours, she claimed she was in a meeting. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards at 4 o'clock. So they went to Studio 1. She was tired, so she had Sal take her. And at 2:30, they took a 15-minute break where they ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. I don't see any contradictions here. And I pressed her on every single point. Oh, what do I do? Manella used his van to drive Vasquez to Studio 1 after the meeting in the trailer. Maybe we had to say something about the van. Like, the van is back in Studio 2, right? So if they drove the van from Studio 2 to Studio 1, how did the van get back in Studio 2? Like, can't you say that they drove it back afterwards? I mean, they obviously had T-bone steaks because they were there, right? I don't get what the large bone is. I don't see the contradiction in her story. At least not right now. I mean, maybe it'll make sense once I figure it out, but I don't see the contradiction anywhere in what she's saying. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break. And they ate steaks. I mean, that's what Sal said. I mean, am I randomly just gonna have to press the van everywhere? I think I'll save first. This may be our first game over. I'm just saying. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? No, it's nothing contradictory. Huh. That was it? Really? But this... Like, I clicked the steak plate because she said that they ate steak. So I'm like, what am I going to lose? But I don't understand how the steak plate works here. Because this was found in the employee area. But there were steaks that were at cabin 2. So how does this work? See, normally when I take a shot in the dark and I get it right, I'm like, yes, I got it. But in this case, I'm more confused by why this worked. I mean, this is the only piece of evidence that said steak on it. So, as I thought. Oh, the dots. I'm very interested to see where this goes right now. You claim you ate a T-bone steak, but I say you did not. Why? What's his name, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. And? Mr. Wright, need I remind you, it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will. Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at a table outside the trailer. Yeah? And? Oh! I noticed it like a second before he said it. Oh! Yet there were no bones left on the plates. Oh, that's clever. Oh, that's super clever. The plates were bare. Huh? Miss Vasquez, tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You ate the bone too. No, we can't say that. We're gonna lose stamina points. You ate a boneless steak and eat the steak. I want to say this just because. I mean, I just have to say this. It's just, you ate the bone too. Nick, are you sure? Oh, it's so good. I mean, I love steak, but even I don't eat the bone. Hey, I don't eat it either. Mr. Wright, I too leave the bone. Can I like try that one again? I think I know how. Oh, I'm not getting marked off for these. So let's say she ate a boneless steak. Elementary, you were eating a boneless steak. The dirts. Mr. Wright, let's say that you were right. What would that prove? Right, Your Honor, that would kind of disprove my case, wouldn't it? Nick, remember her testimony. Yeah, okay. She said she ate a T-bone steak. So weird, it says Vasquez, and yet it said she said. She said bone. Correct. I was testing you. Yeah, sure, Nick. Look at her. Oh, it's so good. Alright, you didn't eat the steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like the incinerator. Oh, the dots. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during the break? Really? She threw it in the incinerator? I remember there being an incinerator there, but... yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? She was picking on salmonella. Mr. Wright. Sometimes this court finds it hard to tell whether you are joking or being serious. Oh. I would prefer if you remained serious. Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. I'll do my best. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. See, I don't mind exploring other options here to get the full dialogue from the game, because they put a lot of time and energy in writing the script and writing out these like other choices, as long as we're not losing our stamina bar. And I think the telltale sign is when the stamina bar is on the screen and it's flashing, we know that we had to be serious in our responses. When it's not, I think we can be a little more exploratory in our dialogue choices. A lot like, you know, what we did with Insomnia Files and Zero Escape and so on. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Look how she's standing, holding her pipe. Oh, it's good. Order, I say. Are you sane? Yes, Your Honor. Look, she's still standing in the same way. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Oh, the exclamation marks. Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? Yeah, I knew you would. What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, right? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Oh dear God, she's gonna say, prove it, isn't she? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Oh, the dots. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Oh, here we go. Any day, Vasquez. Haha. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Ah, yes. The samurai spear. Yes? I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? See the bar in the top right. I think you could. You couldn't, could you? I don't know. Well, obviously this isn't right. But she could, especially if she broke it in half. It's not impossible. Well, maybe it's not impossible, but... Silence. I'm speaking. Wow. Oh, man, Edgeworth, you're just not having a good time with this trial, are you, buddy? The victim was out of the chance from the fun, yes? I believe this would indicate that the victim was aware of the killer's presence. Now, the steel samurai costume is quite light and mobile. Compared to the victim, I am weaker and slower. I couldn't possibly win such a fight. Not to mention, there is proof I did not have the spear. Sorry about that. The photograph of the steel samurai shows that the victim himself was holding it. Ah! Just started to like rain instantaneously outside, and as soon as it started to rain, I got hiccups again. Or do you mean to suggest that I could have wrested it away from him? Yeah, take that, right? He's becoming a cheerleader now. If you still think she did it, show us proof. Hey, Nick. Look at that data we have on that samurai spear in the court record. Isn't there something in there that gets you? Well, the fact that it's broken? Yeah, it does. Something odd about the samurai spear? All the dots? Wait a second. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? So sorry, Your Honor. I'd like to take back my previous claim, if I can. Very well. I won't hold you to your claim. But I'm afraid I want to penalize you. Oh no! Why did we get penalized? I thought that was the answer. Oh. That kind of makes me sad because I really thought that was, I mean, especially with how long that went on with the with everything that just happened, and the fact that nothing happened is really weird. Ugh. What's this? You're taking back your claim. Let's just backtrack for for a moment. I want to consider whether the witness could have used the samurai spear or not. However, that has no bearing on this case. Oh, the dots? Interesting. So where are we going with this? Meaning... I don't know. The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? Wait a second. I know they've already thrown a curveball at me once, but I don't know where this curveball came from. What do you mean it's not the murder weapon? I'm pretty sure he had a giant hole in his chest. I'm so confused. And you know what? I will say, that is a great feeling to be confused when you play a game like this, because it just shocks you left and right, and it keeps you on your toes, and this is good. What? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. Yeah, well, but the thing is, okay. If the victim's body was not killed, I'm sorry, if he wasn't killed in Studio 1 and was killed in Studio 2, that means he had to have been moved from Studio 2 to Studio 1. That's where the van comes in. Okay, I just realized that. So they used the van to transport the body from Studio 2 to Studio 1, which means they could have easily laid the spear next to him because they had moved his body. Okay, I'm starting to understand a little bit of this. I understand where the van comes in too. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as a murder weapon. Sure. Go with it. I present my proof. The so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. I remember that this spear broke during the morning action. Run through. You know, I don't think I've looked at this picture so many times. I don't think I've ever noticed the fact that it was broken on the bottom right corner of the screen. But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? So I always thought it was broken off and used more like a dagger, but I guess not. Order, I say. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence. I'm the one testifying here and I will be heard. I just love that. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? Oh wait, that's Vasquez. Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? No? Oh. Oh. No way. Hammer died on the fence. Ha ha. Light bulb. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. That's true, but... very well, let us see this murder weapon then. Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Mr. Jack Hammer sitting at the top of the stairs. That's why she wanted the photo. Ah. Order, I say. If I can have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What? Are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Has happened again. All the exclamation marks. Mr. Wright, continue. Well, it's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. Oh, the exclamative dots. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer. He died in the same way that he caused another man to die? 5 years ago? Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Oh, the dots. Oh, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. I don't think you could pay me enough to be on your script writing staff, lady. Okay, maybe she could. No, she couldn't. You deny that what I say is true. Oh, the dots. Mr. Wright. Let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died as a trailerette, you say. Yeah, the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? Yes, because you had a van. How could I have disposed of the body? All the dots. Well, you see, the break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? She couldn't deal with it? I bet she could move it. She had another way. I don't see the stamina thing, so let's go ahead and explore. I'm pretty sure she had another way, so let's choose everything but that. 15 minutes is kind of a short amount of time. You see, even I cannot do the impossible. Therefore, Mr. Wright, I didn't do it. Agreed? No, not agreed. Huh? What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? Oh, I'd automatically skip to this one. What a shame. Alright, that's cool. You know, if there's like a trophy or something for getting them all right, I'm not gonna get that trophy because I'm exploring, and I don't mind. I'm playing to have fun. Yeah. For instance. Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Huh? Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. Absolutely. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1. And you used the studio van to do it. Huh? Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. Use the van to carry the body of the studio. Oh man, there's a bad case of dyslexia there. Use the van to carry the body to Studio 1, not the Studio 1 to the body. That would be kind of weird. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body in the magistrate costume. Oh, the exclamative dots. Hold on, right? Don't forget, it was Sal Manila that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manila was a conspirator? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm suggesting. I suggested it the other day, in fact. Of course, Sal Manila has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Yeah, that's so true. Talk about your petite frame. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the steel samurai costume because it's got blood in it. They had to because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. Yep. Remember how they mentioned that there was surprising little blood in the evil magistrate's costume? They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Oh, that's where the costume went. Well, Miss Vasquez, Shall I continue? Oh, the dots. No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. Huh. I lose. You win. It was fun. Really? I win? Huh? All the dots. All the dots? The dots? Oh, everyone says dots? So, what happens next? Huh? Don't, me. That's great. Don't you have anything to say? Oh, what would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? Oh, I just said that. Wait, so you mean... D. Vasquez, so it was you? You killed Jack Hammer? All the dots? All the dots? Oh, the dots? Everyone says the dots? So great. Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle? You proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Oh, great. So she said we won, but we didn't win the case. We just won the battle of wits. Oh, we still got way to go! Oh, it's so good. I'm going on over 46 minutes. My back actually feels pretty good today. I couldn't record yesterday, and it's been bothering me, but I'm feeling pretty good today. And so thank you for everyone. Sorry to leave it on this note, even if there's only like 10 more minutes left. I'm sorry to leave it on this note. I love you guys so very much, but thank you for following along. Thank you for this, just being here. Thank you for being the best community in all of YouTube. I love you guys so very much. Until next time, so long, and take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you would like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more. Also, please do not forget, you matter. You are brilliant and you are loved. And you should always remember to be true to yourself. Don't let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly feathered flightless bird. Till next time.